all here with more space engineers, and we have everything welded up. We've made some changes in the little ship here as well, but today is the day we try to see if the lifter will fit on this thing the way I'm hoping it will. And we'll see if it all fits together, and maybe do a little test flight with it. I haven't decided yet, but first we have to get started, so let's go. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Or Wednesday, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, let me try that again. Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and had a terrific week. So we've made a few changes to this little ship. Let me show you where we are. We'll leave the lights off, actually. All right, so we've gone ahead. We've put in the light. We've got the kitchenette. If you remember last time, we put in the two desks back to back like this, gave us an area that we can have a couple of people sit down. We have the toilet, a very important operational piece. And then back here, what we've done is we removed the air vent that was here on this conveyor block and put it up here. So now that it's out of the way, this opened up the space back here so we could actually put desks, the little corner desks, next to each of the bed areas. So now each crew has a dedicated workspace now. You have a dedicated social space and eating, and then you have the food prep, and then obviously the bathroom. So that's really the only massive change that I made to the ship off camera, and I was actually surprised by how well that whole thing came together. Now, this area is pressurized. We have, let me show you here. If you notice, we do not have the environmental, the shield pressurization piece turned on. So basically everything that you have here and the atmosphere you have inside the ship is just inside the ship. The only other change that I made that I can think of offhand is I added 2 of the hydrogen generators here, because the idea is that if we for some reason run out of power, which if we run out of power there's a much larger issue, but you know, actually we might run out of power. Hold a second here. So we have a bunch of batteries that are charging at random intervals. Okay, that's fine. Now, one of the things that I want to do, in fact, let's go ahead and do this right now. We're going to set up, actually, we want a large cargo. I mean, I guess I could do a small. Okay, so those are the small cargo here. Can I drop? Let's see here. Oh, I just realized I'm almost out of hydrogen again. Thank you. All right. So we want large cargo because we have an open one. Okay, so we can get stuff in there. So what we're going to do is this large cargo container, we're going to come over here, we'll go large cargo, and this is going to be a temp staging cargo, because we are going to have this thing produce parts for a couple of things. We wanted to produce enough parts for, say, 10 solar panels. Oh, don't need it to do refineries. We've got assemblers, refineries. We do need the solar panel. We need, what else do we need? Let's do a large cargo container. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the materials out of the assembler once they're done and put it into that staging cargo. Now the idea is that we will dock this up to the main grid. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this yet because the cargo connector is on the back end. So what we'll have to do is we'll build a docking area for this. But I want to make sure we have enough materials to get the beginnings of a base together. So we have that. We have that. Do I want a cryopod? Meh, don't need a cryopod. Don't need no stinking cryopod. Okay. Yeah, I know that was a horrible voice. Forgive me. Oh, and I want... No, not 100 of you. Wrong button. We want 10 of you. All right. So because we're basically setting up to we want this to be temp. Yes. Okay. We're gonna do that. Okay, so we move all this stuff over. I'm not gonna lie, I think we've got some extra parts in here. I think we have a few extra parts in here somewhere. Alright. Okay, so the idea is apparently something is killing our power production. Let me go check something really quick. Well, our power should not be dropping that quickly. Yeah, see, we've got like nothing. Alright, whatever. Okay. So, like I was saying, the idea is that we'll basically have some power in all of these batteries, hopefully. What I will probably do is set all of these to recharge right before we take off. That way we can shunt power from the main base, because we're not going to be running a whole lot of stuff up here. But we do need to get a base up on the Earth-like planet. Now, I have added, I don't know, something like 4 or 5 encounter mods. So we now have the Planetary Encounters module, which allows you, or the modular Planetary Encounters, or Modular Encounters mod, which is a framework to use other, excuse me, to use other encounter mods. So we'll have air traffic, we're going to have planetary encounter stuff on there, there's going to be crash encounters. So for those who aren't familiar with these mods, I'll put links for them down in the description. But basically what they do is they add more NPCs and more randomly generated locations. So when you get into a new area, what will happen is you'll get indicators, just like you do for everything else, showing where there's new things if you're within range of that thing. Now, I think some of the planetary bases, the stations, I think some of them are actually stealth stations, so they won't show up until you're on top of them or within weapons range, because if you get within weapons range, they're going to shoot at you. I'm going to make sure our shield is active. Okay. I'm wondering... Alright, so that's actually all of that. Okay, so where are we going to do a connection for this is the question. I might run it off of that. So run it from there down around over to here, And then we'll have a column that goes up, maybe? That might work. Right. And because we do have the easy inventory set up, alright. I saw... Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's gonna be, that might be bad. Find out shortly. Alright. You know what? I think we're about to set all of our turrets to max range, target large ships, target small ships. Yeah. Because I have a feeling that might get within range of us, and we'll have to get into a little bit of a firefight. Which is bad, because I don't actually have any combat craft currently set up. Which kind of makes me wish I had one. Alright. So one of two things is going to happen. Either everything that we have, turret-wise, is about to just go absolutely crazy. Or we're going to lose everything on the base. So I'm not quite sure which way this is going to work out, so we'll find out shortly. Okay. And you are actually the... Where was it? Up. Let's go conveyor block here. Okay, that is just getting ridiculously close. It's probably a good thing that I don't have weapons that can fire a couple of K out. Alright. That is ridiculously close. I'm not used to them actually flying overhead like this. See, the thing that I'm worried about is that particular pirate ship has a lot of rocket launchers on it. I have enough firepower down here that they shouldn't be able to get through, and even if they do, we have shields. But that thing is getting really, really close. I should set up an observation tower somewhere. Basically build a turret, a whip turret, with just a camera on it so that we can investigate stuff like this, especially since I still don't have external cameras. Everything is first person fixed, so... We're gonna wait for you to carry on your way. Now, did we load? Oh, we did. We can build one of those. I think we actually have the parts to build one. It's a lot of mass, though. We may need to build one, though.
Energy low.
Okay, it's going... That's flying away, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. So we want 2 and those. Okay. All right. That was what, 4? Not that it really matters, because we're going to have to build a few things anyway. Come here, you. Alright. And... Ah, off by 1. That's crazy. Alright. Alright, so that gets us a connection into our network there. I need to build 2 connectors. Oh, I need 6 more steel tubes, huh? Let's build 1,000.
Energy critical.
What's funny is I just built all of those parts to take with us, and I just used a bunch of them. Alright, so let's go connector here, I think, right now. Alright. Alright, so this is the deployable HAB. And this one is going to be... Oh... And with two units of power to spare. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the lifter over here to the deployable HAB. Disconnect the deployable HAB from the station. And then I'm wondering... Okay, so I think that's the only connector we have to worry about, right? Oh. I just want to make sure there's no other merge blocks that are actively being used somewhere, correct? No merge blocks out there. No merge blocks over here. Okay, so it should just be those. So if we go in here, we look at merge block. Should be this one. Should be. Now, whether it actually is or not, we won't know until we try this. Okay, so without further ado, let's give this a try. So we are going to turn on our thrusters. We are going to unlock our landing gear. Not quite sure what that was all about. What is... What in the hell? Oh, it's the damn parachutes. Like, what's going on? Oh, yeah, huh. Alright. Okay, so that's locked. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Except sitting there going, what's dragging? Alright. Oh, I need to move that inside the shield. And 4, no, 6. Alright, so we need to level this thing off. But otherwise, that's pretty damn close. It needs to go back just a touch. Now we're going to leave the merge blocks turned off for a second, because we don't want this to merge and find out that it's going to stick. Because see how, basically, if this comes all the way down and merges right now, all of these tanks are going to actually merge to this grid. So that means we need to raise the merge blocks up one level. So we're only off by 1. That's not too bad. I figured that was going to be the case. After everything had been said and done, there you go. Okay, so we're going to do that. Let's go. We want you out of there. Do I have any steel plates on me? No. Get some plates here. First rule, space engineers: make sure you have more than 2 plates. There we go. We have 202 plates. What we're going to do is we're going to take that off. Yes, it's going to vent my atmosphere, unfortunately. Alright. So we're then going to go 1 block here, 1 block there. Let's hold that one up. I don't know if I'm going to... I guess we can hold these up a little bit. There you go. And then we're going to put a merge block in. Load you up. And we're going to put another merge block in here. Need to bring... Looks like I need to bring the back of the ship down a little bit. And over just a touch. Okay. We can do that. Now let's check to make sure that lines up a little bit better. Should be good. I think we said we need to bring that back just a little bit. Alright. Let's check that alignment. Oh, look at you. That looks like that's going to work. Okay. So if we turn merge blocks on, oh, it won't let me merge because it's already, oh, I forgot about that. Okay, so we need in this one now. So these are the ones we just replaced. So this one is most likely to be. Look at you. All right, so now we can take that out, I hope. All right, and we go here into the gear. And we want you to unlock. Oh, that was absolutely terrifying. Okay. That just scared the hell out of me, honestly. Because right after I did it, I realized that might not be a good idea. Alright, let's Of course they would occupy. So, what is going to occupy same space after merge? Nothing there. Nothing there. Maybe the gyro? Because that would come down there. No. There's there. That would be okay. Okay, so let's try adding another block under the merge block then. Yeah. Supply transport, not a problem. On the flip side, it's at least nice to know that I did have the the math figured out properly. All right. Let's see if that works. Hey, there we go. All right. So we can turn that off for right this second. I think that's everything, right? Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that maybe the tanks were sitting a little too low. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right. So that's all merged up. I'm kind of liking the way this is working here. And we'll have to set up a second timer grouping. This has got, you've got an antenna. Did we not put, I don't think we put an antenna on this one, did we? Nope. That's something we'll have to make sure we have the parts for as well then. Okay, so everything is merged up. I'm kind of curious if we're going to have enough thrust to get this thing off the planet. Let's go here. Let's go. It's able to hold itself. That's good. All right. So it looks like we're doing pretty good then. Need still camera back here. Go grab. Actually, I might actually have the parts for this. We want this to be camera, and this is going to be alright. Like so. Whenever you've got those miscellaneous parts, you know, you always want to check to make sure you have it named before you finish what you're doing. Alright. So let's get this welded up. Okay. So I think the only other thing that we would need to do then is maybe put a shield generator on this. First things first, though. Let's go ahead and set you down. Actually, no, we don't want to set you down. Whoops. I'll tell you what, let's go here. Let's go.
Meteor storm inbound.
And we need switch lock. It's always an important thing. Apparently some of the asteroids are hitting, or meteors are hitting shield. Alright, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to make another one of these little lifters. I'm actually liking this lifter. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, so let's hopefully not swing the ass of this thing into the connector until we're ready to. Alright, so we need to remember that this is positioned immediately over the connector. So that means we want this to be centered in the what would be the block space above the other connector. And bring it in gently, ready to connect. Now we can turn off the thrusters. I'm thinking what we're going to do, let's remove these from here. So what I'm thinking is, in order to keep from basically screwing things up in the future, what we're going to do is we're going to have each module, so to say the deployable HAB module will be on control tab 2. The cargo modules will be on control tab 3. That way when you're connected to them, you have everything mapped. Because if we recreate one of these, we're going to use it off of a blueprint for the same thing. So in theory, when you connect to it, it should be the same as connecting to the original. We'll see how that actually works. Anyway, I think that is going to about do it for today. I have to say I'm actually happy with the way that turned out. And if, in the case, Space Engineers decides to derp out, we are far enough away from the cargo pod that we're not going to land on it. It wouldn't be the first time that this has happened. Definitely won't be the last. Oh, all right. So, like I said, I do think we're going to call that one done. And we are basically at this point now just getting ready. You know, we just need to get some more resources going. I don't know if I want to take a vessel with me, or do I want to build something when I get there? I think I may build something when I get there. I'll just take parts for, you know, like say 4 or 5 ship drills. Because we have a bunch of parts for power. We need to build some parts for batteries. Because we're gonna want to have something that's a little bit more of a permanent fixture once we get over there. Once we have a base over on the Earth-like planet, what I will then do, we'll probably do some exploration on the planet, but I also want to get a way station between us and there, because what I want to eventually have is that way station is going to be where everything is working from. We're going to have a shipyard up there. We're going to have a massive refinery system, and basically these bases that we have, like the one over on Europa, the one here on Mars, and the one eventually on Earth, will all be just places to go work. So we'll have some, say, if we find like really good resources over on Earth, we'll have a refinery gathering area there, and we'll ship those parts, those resources back to the station, and we'll do that from each of the planets. So we'll see how that all works out. But that said, I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below. And if you haven't done so already, just want to do something nice for me today, or, you know, want to be kept up to date around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you really want to be kept up on what's going on around this place, be sure to hit the little bell next to it as well. Okay. So, on that note, I am out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and hopefully have a fabulous weekend as well. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Alright, so let's reverse you if we can. Come here, reverse. There we go. Oh, we're getting closer to being able to turn that thing off. Oh, look at that. Sunset. Nice.